What's up? This is Alaric Ong, and today I'm here with Sharon Yeo and Adelene E, and two of them are both authors and speakers, and they have written their own books about women empowerment and also children empowerment. And today they're going to share with you how you can be the best version of yourself, how you can bring the best out of you, how you can unleash your potential from within. So today I'm here with Sharon. Yeah. So some of you might have seen him in National Achievers Congress on Success Resources. Awesome. So today I'm here with Dr. Patrick Liu. I have a lot of deep respect for Dr. Patrick. He has a cool. So today I'm here with Mr. Andrew Tan. He's an e-commerce expert. He has been doing e-commerce. Awesome. This is Alaric Ong, and today I'm here together with Kevin Chia. He's a former Singapore. I'm here with Mr. Kaden Chang, and he's one of the top value investing trainers in Singapore. Awesome. So Adeline and Sharon, maybe you can share with us a little bit more about your story. Like, why are you so passionate about women and children empowerment? Like, what's your background story? Adeline, maybe you can start first. Yeah.
Sure. I've always loved children, and children love me as well. So I can really relate to them very much. And growing up in an environment where I didn't have a lot of good memories to think of, so I feel that now is the time to actually share my experiences on how I can actually set them free, for example. And I always believe that children, when nurtured, they are able to be the better version of themselves.
Yeah. Okay. I know this might be a bit sensitive, but can you share like how's your childhood like, or you know? Yeah.
Sure. When I was growing up, I've always wished for a happy family. Unfortunately, my parents, they were separated since I was very young. So growing up, a younger brother didn't really help much because being a man, he probably has his own views. And growing up, I was often, even having dinner alone in my own room, which I always felt very lonely. And what really bothered me was that even though I'm in that kind of situation, but I'm still blessed to be having a lot of even success in the corporate world. Prior to that, as an account manager, and now that I have the ability to inspire people, I really hope that children they are able to come out of that unhappy zone. So what really inspired me was a recent trip to Ho Chi Minh, where I was invited for a charity bazaar. So I was involved in setting up the entire place, where other vendors are involved as well. So what really broke my heart was when there was this little boy. He was probably 4 or 5 years old. He came in and he was walking towards one of the booths as well. So when he came in, nobody wanted to go near him because he was he looked very frightened, and he was really utterly disfigured. And when I came to know his story, I actually cried for a few days. And the real reason why he was like that was because his own parents abandoned him upon knowing that he had a condition when he was given birth. And it did not stop there. So what happened was this boy, parents, I think they should be very responsible. If you want to have a child, you make sure you have a child throughout, whether or not your child turns out to be successful or not.
Yes.
But sadly, the parents did not do so, and they decided to have a second child, and yet the doctors advised them not to, but they went ahead to have a second child, and sadly, the child was diagnosed with the same illness as the first child.
Oh, wow.
So I felt that, oh no, this shouldn't be happening. I really feel that parents and even women in all countries, they should be educated and not let the child suffer. And I always feel that children should not suffer a little bit because of their parents' wrongdoings. So it really ignited the passion and fire in me to do a lot more, to give back to children, to share with them, and that actually inspired me to start my writing journey as well.
Okay, so and for Sharon, could you share a little bit more background about yourself?
Yes, yeah. I'm an educator by training. I'm also a coach. Okay, but inside me, there's this fire about being into social enterprise. Right, so I have joined Junior Chamber International, being in the Senators Club of Singapore, and also believing very much in investing in values in action. So I believe very strongly in character building. Okay, when I was young, my parents, I always say I've got a very good pair of parents. All right, if I could be second best, still I cannot meet up to their standards because they really sacrifice a lot for the family. And at the same time, the values that they imparted in us very strong, carried with us very strongly. All right, and I didn't know at that time that what they were teaching us were actually 弟子规, which is actually in the Chinese culture. So when I grew up and I learned more about it, then I realized that actually it's actually teaching, one, to be a dutiful citizen, respectful to parents, dutiful to parents as well, and good values. So I'm very strongly into community service as well as helping others. Alright, so all these good values, I believe that academic qualification is one area, but if you have the good values, you can succeed in life better.
Yes, yes.
Right? Because with good values, you can go into any field, willing to dirty your hands, and yet at the same time, you can be successful in many other areas. So there are a lot of people with strong academic qualification, but very sadly to say, they have gone through the wrong path. Alright, so I also want to advocate, spending time, writing books as well as able to teach and educate others.
I see. And if there's one thing that you could hope for in the world, like if you did this thing, then your life would be worth it, right? That you can die in peace.
Yes.
What would be that one vision or that one thing for you?
Okay, so a world peace is what I really pray very hard for, and also believing in service to humanity is the best work of life.
Wow.
All right, because there are many leaders, okay, or rather, bosses or whatever, okay. But I always believe that in whatever position you are, service to humanity is something that I think it makes life a lot easier, and the culture built up in the organization a lot better, and there will be definitely less attrition.
Yes.
Right? And people are happier. So I always believe in HAPPY, to be happy in whatever you do.
Wow. So I mean, the moment she said world peace, I could feel my goosebumps raising. Like world peace. I could tell like if she were to achieve world peace and she passed away, I could tell that you will feel that your life was well lived. And for Adelene, what about you? If you could achieve one thing in life, right, one mission, right, such that you know that okay, your life was well worth living, what would it be?
I think for me, I would think that helping someone who probably doesn't think that he or she is able to do it, I think that really means a lot to me. Because I feel that children nowadays, they do not see the whole picture, but everything is about me. But it's not about you all the time. We have to look beyond what we can offer to even children, to even elderly, to even a woman for that matter. So I would hope that they, so when I share with them, when I teach them, they are able to pass on this message to other people, helping them in turn. So it creates a good cycle as well.
Okay. And what are the activities that you do in order to like you write books? So what's the next book you're writing?
Okay, the next book that I'm still writing is actually how to appreciate your child. So this is something that I am very passionate about.
How to Appreciate Your Child by Adelene E. Wow. Okay.
Correct. So, and also there are some charity events happening both in Ho Chi Minh, even in Malaysia as well, which me and Sharon, we are very delighted to be part of it.
Okay.
And from there, we are also happy to be engaged to talk with the people over there.
Awesome. I really resonate with that message about how to appreciate a child, because like for me, when I look back at my life, I ask myself, okay, how come I've done 5 different businesses, never lost money, and like what was the key to my success, right? Like building the largest Facebook marketing community in Singapore. And I asked myself, I realized that it was actually because of my parents' love for me. Because like my parents, okay, my brother used to be a Buddhist monk in Thailand, my sister is a Catholic nun in Spain, right? So the fact that they're so diverse, right, shows that my parents really gave me a lot of freedom, and they really empowered us to become the best version of ourselves. Not the best version that they wanted us to be, but the best versions that we wanted to be. Like they gave us full freedom to grow into who we were meant to be. And I think like how to appreciate your child. Like some people say, oh, your child must be a doctor, must be a lawyer or an engineer or something, right? When maybe that's not what the child really, really wanted. And I think that how to appreciate your child, I think that's a huge message, right? Because I believe that in anything you do also can make money, right? You can do cleaning and you can make money. There are cleaning companies that are $1 million companies, right? Right? Like you can sell tissue paper and you'll be $1 million company. Beautex is $1 million company, right? So it's not about what you do or so long as you're passionate about it, you go full force. I know anything that you do can make money. And I really like that how to appreciate a child, because I think it's really important. Like my parents' love for me, I think nothing can replace that. No amount of money, no amount of success, no amount of fame can replace a parent's love for their child. Yeah. And Sharon, what's your book that you're writing?
The book I'll be writing will be on character development. Just like when I brought my daughter to her primary 1 when she first started school, I looked at the role of honor and I told her, I am not into looking at the role of honor in terms of academic to be taught, but I wish that your name will be there up on for character development.
Wow.
And thankfully, and thank God she did achieve a good character, award for, what I believe that if you have good character, everything is in place for you.
Yes, I love that because I know of like a lot of people that teach you like how to make money and everything, right? But I think like character building, right, is not a big enough thing. I think we need to make this message a bigger message. Why? Because like for example for me, when I look for a business partner or look for who I want to work with, right, I always look on 3 things. Character, attitude, talent, right? It's not talent, attitude, character. I look for their character first, right? Will they be loyal? Are they humble? Are they willing to learn and everything? Then only I look at their attitude. Do they have a good attitude? Then only I look at the talent. If they have good talent, but they have a lousy character, like they'll betray you or they're greedy. Like you can tell, you can tell just by interactions, And I think that's one of the main reasons why I start attracting a lot of people who have good values and everything. Because I feel that even in business, like business, some people think that business is a very cutthroat thing, No, but if you do business correctly and you do it with the right values and the right ethics, right, you start attracting a lot of people that are the right ones for you. And I strongly believe that character is huge because especially when someone's young and everything, when they have not much going on in their life, the best thing that they can do is number 1 to put a smile on your face, right, to spread their positivity, right, and number 2 to have good character. Because at the end of the day, even if you don't have any talent, you don't have any experience, so long as you have talent and character, everyone will look for you and so I deeply resonate with this message, and I'm sure, and I really hope that you can keep spreading this, keep being the light for others, right? Keep showing people the way, because I think everyone's too blindsided about a certain way of how, like get a job, get a good, get good grades, get a job, and then retire, and all that kind of stuff. And I think that this is something that's not it's not a huge message in our culture yet, especially in Singapore, especially in Southeast Asia, especially in Asia and even the world. Yeah. So I think if you want to have world peace, right, the first step is for every single human being to understand characters, to understand ethics, to understand
so integrity, credibility, and most important, a lot of people don't have gratitude in them. That's why there are lots of issues, that are challenges.
Yeah.
Gratitude.
I think gratitude is huge.
Yes.
Gratitude is a really, really, really important trait. And okay, so if people want to follow you, want to connect with you, how can they connect with you?
Okay, they can email me at syejci@gmail.com.
syejci@gmail.com. Okay.
Right.
How can they reach you on Facebook and all that?
Yes, Facebook under Sweet Jam.
Sweet Jam.
SWEETGEM.
SWEETGEM. Okay. Do you have a website that? Do you have a? Okay, so Sharon Yeo, SHARONYEO,
Yes,
right?
that's
Okay,
right.
Sharon. And Adelene.
Sure. You can reach me at my email at adelinesarah@hotmail.com
Okay.
or in my Facebook page at Adeline Sarah E.
At Adelene Sarah E. Okay. Sarah SARAH. Okay, Adelene is ADELENE.
Right?
SARAHYEE.
Adeline Sarah at hotmail.com.
Adelene Sarah at hotmail.com. No, Adeline Sarah E is your Facebook, right?
Yes.
And then
correct.
your Hotmail is Adeline Sarah at hotmail.com.
Yes.
Alright, so feel free to connect with them, right? If you resonate with the same message, right? If you resonate and you feel that this is something that we need more in the world, right? We need more people like you, more people who are willing to empower people in terms of character, in terms of values, in terms of helping children to be empowered, in terms of helping women to be empowered. If you resonate with this message, feel free to go and look for both Sharon and Adeline. And that's about it. And when their book is launched, make sure you inform us that when your book is launched and give us the book for free, okay?
Yes,
awesome. So thank you so much, and we'll see you very, very soon.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Alaric.